Okay, so today we're looking at the three different camera watches that we do. So that's the Spy Watch, the Sports Spy Watch, and the Smartwatch. Obviously, a standard, they all tell the time. This one, you need to press the button on it so you can see the display. Now, I've not set the time on any of these, so they all show in different times, but to set the time on the analog ones is easy. It's just a case of pulling out the knob, then there's turning it, push it back in again. Same on this one. So these two have got the cameras on the bottom at the number 6 position. It's probably easy to see on this one, yeah. And then it records upside down, meaning that when the watch itself is upside down, so on your wrist like this, it'll be recording the correct way around. So when it's like this, it'll be recording the wrong way around because you'll be facing yourself. On this one, on the smartwatch, the camera's actually there. So whilst you're wearing your watch, obviously it'd be when you're wearing your watch, it'd be around there. So they're both different. Those two are similar positions, that's slightly different. So what we do, we'll look at this watch first. So they've got different recording times. I think this one's got a 70-minute recording time. The sports one has an 80-minute, and this one without the Wi-Fi on has 90 minutes. So let's go through the functions quickly. So both the analog watches have a cap that sits here. Just there, that just screws on, and that just covers the USB port. But otherwise, the USB port on both is used for charging the device and also offloading the recorded footage. So quite simple to use, really. It's a case of pressing and holding this button to turn on, pressing and holding also to switch it off as well. So press and hold, you should see we get these lights show up here. So you get a green and blue on to start with, and then you just get a blue. Now this light, whilst it's like this, it's in standby mode, so it's on but not recording. The blue light tells me it's ready to record video. So when you first turn it on, it will be like this. If you want a different mode, you just change it with the mode button. So one click, change it to green, which is audio recording only. Again, not doing anything yet, it's just ready to start. And again, when it's showing both, it's photo mode. So to take a photo, you press the start button. You see the light will go off for a second. It will take a photo and then come back again. So it can take as many as you want until the memory is full. But each press is taking a photo. Change the mode again back to video, which is how it starts when you first turn the watch on. Again, one press, you see it starts flashing and it goes off. So it's actually recording now. Like I said before, you want to be recording this way around. So you can use it however long you need to until the battery runs out. And then to stop it anytime, it's one press again. It goes back into standby, at which point you can either do another video, change the mode and record again. Or if you finish with it, it's just press and hold to switch off. And as I said before, to offload the footage, in case of putting the USB in there, and gets it to a computer, and then offloading the footage to watch it back. So this one, the sports watch, it's similar, but it is made by a different company, so it does work in a slightly different way. So to start it, we're going to press and hold this button again. So this is the power button. This time you're going to see the light's going to come on in the number 7 position, so it starts flashing. At that point, it's just checking the memory's okay, and you should then get, when it's ready, a steady light to say again it's ready to start using. Now this one hasn't got a mode button. In fact, it's actually the microphone that sits there on this one. The way you control this one, it's either a single press for a photo. So again, do it again. See, one press, the light goes off and back on again. The same as before. To take a video with this, instead of a single press, it's a double press, which can be hard to activate sometimes. see it's flashed a few times to say it's recording, and it's gone off again. And then same as the other one, just to stop the recording, it's a single press, and it goes back into standby mode. I believe with this one you can leave it and it'll turn itself off, or you can just press and hold to turn it off. It takes about 8 seconds holding that. That's it. So a similar thing, you actually get a slower flash when it turns off, and a fast flash when you get it into record mode. But it is a case of double click to put it to record, single to take a photo, or press and hold for like 8 seconds to turn it off. Yeah, so the smartwatch, like I said before, to view the time, just click the button, just it will show on the screen, then turn back off again. It doesn't do anything other smart features other than showing the time and recording. To this under here is where obviously the USB port is for charging, and also you can see the lights to know when it's recording or when the Wi-Fi is switched on. So to start recording is fairly simple. Just a case of pushing that button upwards. You should see, it's difficult to see under the light, but you should get a blue light should show it. I can see it. Blue light comes on to start with to say it's powered up, and red light means that it's actually started recording. So it takes about 5 seconds to start it up completely. You can also, so at this point it's recording, so the camera's just in the center there. If you wanted to, you don't have to do this, but you can also turn on the Wi-Fi. So it's a single press of this button on the side. And again, just wait a few seconds. There you go, you can see there's like an amber light just flashing there. Once it does that, it means that you can, if you wanted to, connect it to your phone. So if I record the screen here, I can show it on the video afterwards. Okay, so what you need to do to see the device, so once you've got the Wi-Fi switched on, you go to your normal Wi-Fi settings, and you're looking for the one that starts with PV. Click on this. The password you only need to enter once, but it is the number 8 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Connect. You'll only need that the first time you connect to it. And if your phone's like mine, it will complain that there's no internet connection. It wants to confirm that you want to use this network because there's no internet. I have to wait for this before I can go any further. Once you've done that, you use the app called PV Cam Viewer, which you'll need to download before you connect to the watch because you'll have no internet connection now. If you click on this, you get to Device Manager. You should see the device is showing here. Click on there, and you go to Recorder Settings. At that point, we can see what the watch is looking at. Those are the two watches look. So this only works within Wi-Fi range. It's not an IP camera. You can't view it from far away. It only works within about 15 meters. The idea is whilst you're wearing the watch, you can see what it's looking at. You can ask it to stop recording, start recording, or press capture, which just means taking a picture, and these then end up on the watch. You can offload the footage as well using the app. Any files recorded will be held here, and you can delete or download from the app. But yeah, so it is only quite a simple thing, but whilst you're out and about, you're not quite sure if you've got the target in view, then that obviously tells you what you're looking at, and you can control it from there. You can also leave the watch in a room lying down, and then you could view remotely, but I don't believe you can listen to the sound on the live view on this, only on the recordings afterwards. And once you're done, whether you got Wi-Fi on or not, you can just simply click this to stop the record.